We are sitting in Cape Town, South Africa, in the most magnificent location with the gorgeous mountains behind us, and we are in day 4 of our book writing process. As we promised you, we had an agreement to finish our book, a professional non-fiction book, and we had started before, and we gave ourselves 5 days until tomorrow morning to start it.
Because I literally fly out of this beautiful city, and we have to get it done and dusted and signed off.
So let us tell you where we are at. We have gone through the entire process of what chapters do we want, what is in each chapter, and then what we did is we got all of our information from all our courses, our books, our workshops we give, our mentorships we run, and we put the right thing in the right place. So that was round 1. We just got what chapter headings do we want and what information, which data, which content is best going to speak to that chapter. Round 1. Then
we started culling as well. So what we had to do was go through and say, oh, we actually need to shift them around, because as we started reading through it and doing very high level editing, we realized the flow wasn't quite right. So we had to revisit it, and we had to take things out, because we want people to be able to write their own book without us being present. So we need the information to be delivered very specifically. Drip feeding is the process. But then one of the things is, when Sarah's brilliant with the technicality, we then have to go, but what's the action we want them to take? What's the actual task for today, so that we don't overwhelm writers when they're sitting at home in some beautiful place writing their book. It has to be bite-sized and practical and implementable.
That's right. So that was round 2, really going, okay, we've mashed together all of our information in a rough, what we call chapter outline or structure. Now, does it work? Does it not work? So that was round 2. Round 3 was a little bit, which was yesterday, which was a hard day.
8 hours.
8 hours were on our bottoms and not moving at all. Eyes were red, tempers were frayed, coffee was extreme.
A lot. We didn't even do a video at the end of the day. No, we were finished.
We were done. And really that process was putting the next layer on. Now we have a good solid word count. We're working at around about 35,000 words. We'd like to go up to 50,000. But
this is a workbook though.
Yeah. What's missing? Is this like a bit abbreviated? Can we add more color? Can we add more examples? Can we show people different ways? Because this book is about how to write your own book. So can we give them other ways our writers have used titles, subtitles, content buckets, stories of themselves, anecdotes, lists.
Our personal stories as well. So also interjecting with what we've been through, because between us we have a wealth of information, a number of books under our belts, but also going, is it too much or is it too little? That's the fine dance always. Hi everyone who's watching, lovely to see you all.
Right, and that's today. So today's day 4, and really we are energized. We're up early. It's a public holiday here. It's a beautiful light. We are going to go, I think by the end of the day, what I would like to have a draft to print out that's our current best version, and then I would like us to allow us 1 more day to make it even better.
Because then what happens is, when I say goodbye, we have to send it off to our editor, copy editor, and then then the whole process of how to publish it kicks into here. So we are on such tight timelines, because we know you need to get in, dive deep, immerse, get out. So we're in that last bit of immersion before we climb out tomorrow.
And I want to tell you that Kate is very, very single-minded and focused. And I think if it wasn't for her, I would have deviated on a whole load of avoidance behaviors involving eating, drinking coffee, vacuuming the swimming pool, going for walks,
and of course all the dreaded emails and
Facebook.
Because we do have to bring ourselves back to line. It's always that thing. Not how many times you fall, how many times you get back up. With a book, it's about, what am I getting to today? What's my deadline? What's my goal? When we work in our mentorships, that's our aim. How do we get you to complete your first draft? And you do have to be quite focused and shut down everything else and just hone your energy. It can be for small pockets of time, but you have to be able to do that. You can't be all over the place. And that's always my role. How do we get focused and immersed? So this is day 4. We'll see you later or tomorrow.
Brilliant. There's Cherise. Hello.